cheese, looking like sheep. I don't even want to get one to sneeze. We throwing up fours and ones and threes and talking about west side, west side, west side, what's happening? West side, west side, west side. Hey, we just pulled up the Portland, bro. Where you at? Southside, Clayco, throw that.
You ain't never been to Skate Town. Auto National, you know it go down. You ain't never been to Cascade on the west side, up in LK. You ain't never been to Golden Glide, it's in the day. You ain't never been to Sparkles, gliding with your babe. I ain't never been to Skate Zone, cause it's out in Marlboro. I'ma pack a Carlo, I'ma take the grams and meet tomorrow.
Bring it, yeah, bring it, always so bring it, bring it, it's a reach out, so let it take you, ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm up now. He's an okay. I'm a real star. She want the Mew Mew, she want the EJ. How much it costed? Like an Andre. I spent a band on a band-aid. Thinking I missed, baby, is a mistake.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. In motion goes the tight end. Two and a throw right away. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You look at this Carolina defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Gordon on first down. Not able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's 2nd and 3. Tua going to give this to Wright. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Young now. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You talk about this Miami defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Young to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. And he's got this down to the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Tua sets up to pass it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Well, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Young to throw it. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Fighting his way through contact. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run here with Dowdle. And get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Panthers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Young. This will be caught at about the 5. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jatavion Sanders from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From midfield, here's Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run on first down with Wright. Pushing through the contact. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, is it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
That is caught. McMillan with it. Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. Touchdown Panthers. Jatavion Sanders with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Two are going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. They'll work the middle here with Wright. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. no sign of Tua departing. Fourth down, they're going for it. Tua on fourth down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Young will set to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing, Young. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So first that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Here's Tua. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Now a 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Young. Looking little, and he finds McMillan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And a nice spin into some open field. He may go. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Second down and 8. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Well, it's only a 1-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 69 yards.
And the Panthers are able to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
Still shedding tackles. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Ready. 45. Ready.
Young.
He's got his tight end down the field. That's Sanders.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Jatavion Sanders, 43 yards. And the Panthers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down and 3. Tua's going to change things up.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Young from the shotgun. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now here's Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers.
He's still on his feet. Jalen Waddle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and a yard.
Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And running with power here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now thrown incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. His hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got it man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Down the left sideline. And they will finally hunt him down at the Dolphins' 35-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards on the ground. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution? On the handoff, most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you've got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
The Young keeps it, moving right. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They run again with Dowdle.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rico Dowdle, 25 yards to the house. And the Panthers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them
get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Ready up. Ready, go. 30 seconds. Punt.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start.
Here we go. Blue, 30, cut.
Right back to Hubbard. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 20 seconds.
Dowdle is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week.